Hello, welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz, your usual host. Well, let's see how foul mouthed I am this time. We're back onto the Space Bears. By the way, people, we're back onto the Space Bears. So this time we're gonna try to get all the blue trim and the silver trim and finish off the bits on the hammer and find out what's different between that one and that one. And I think I've figured it out. So it's going to require a black wash. It should be fun. So we'll start with that, I think. We'll start with the black wash. I'm going to try and get the hammers up to snuff, and then we're going to get all the trim and everything up to snuff. So, yeah. Is it a black wash or is it black contrast? I think it's actually contrast to what I use on the hammers, because, yeah, contrast and then dry brushes, I think, is how I'm going to get the hammer back to where I want them to be. So we'll start with that because we need to do that over some of the armor anyway. Because we need to clean up from what we did last time. Well, what I did last time, should I say. So I'm going to need a brush. And move him out of the way. He's the one that's actually most complete. So we'll leave him somewhere else for a moment. I hope everyone's doing okay tonight. And had a nice Easter as well. If you're still enjoying Easter, then I hope you're still enjoying Easter. If it's all over for you, I hope it was nice. But I still need to get these done. I still need to get these painted, and they're not going to paint themselves. I'm going to have to spread this about a lot. I'll probably do thinning it down just a little bit. I'll start taking excess and using it to help clean up where we need it. Some sections where we need to darken up as well. So because there's too much on there, we'll take a bit off, and then we'll carry them around. I believe where I got these from has just started updating for their new range where you can get the dogs and the bunny rabbits and wolves and things. I think it's called Wild Hunt. He said it was called. Well, that's being updated at the moment as well, which is nice. I always forget to put that promo code in the description. Still not put the what's it called? The link for the music for last time into the description, which I've not used this time, which because I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to have used the music again. I hope this is actually going out. I'm just going to do a quick check because I hope I'm on the right thing and I'm actually going out live. This just isn't me chatting away for no reason whatsoever. Let's check it. No, it is working. Okay. How was this? Right, close that down. Come back to that. Aha! Literally, just as I tabbed out, I'm using it. So there we go. I suppose in this way, it could be good for wet blending, possibly for the non-metallic metals. Might be a little bit more work though. Obviously, this is the kind of opposite way of doing it. This is taking paint away as opposed to layering it up. And then redistributing it elsewhere on the model. Cheating, essentially. This is the problem with contrast paints, because they come out so bloody chunky, and it is a one coat slop. There you go, done. If you don't want necessarily that one coat slop, but you want it a little bit thicker than a wash, you've got to sit here taking the damn thing off, and then I need to put it on the backpacks anyway. Good evening, Lee. Good evening. I'm actually thinking about you today because Graham's got some animals. Thinking it's a little bit too big for your dioramas, which is a shame. It would be nice to be able to put like rabbits and dogs and stuff on, wouldn't it? Pardon me. I do apologise. And I just lost connection to chat for some reason. And static grass applicators are pretty damn good, I've got to say, if you can get a nice one. Actually, earthing it right does help. And watering this down to start with does help. I do intend to come back with a dry brush over these, but they needed dulling down before I could actually do anything with them. Joys of pets. Especially those ones that lose hair. Which really annoys me because I'm losing my hair, but mine's not growing back. That's better. I do need to still come back with the proper contrast paint for bits of armour, but a slightly thicker wash is working quite nicely to dull these hammerheads down. It should be dry for when I'm doing the highlighty sheen layer, which I always do with a dry brush because I can't highlight. And then all the metal bits and all the other bits, but then I've also got to do all the shoulder pad trim. There's a lot of trim to do on these today. Lots of little tiny bits, which is always fun. You spent the day painting trash. What have you turned that? What have you turned that trash into before you painted it? I'm assuming you've not just gone and got some crumpled up tins and decided to paint them. I'm going to guess you've turned them into something first. But I'm guessing you've transformed it into a base of some kind. So you've been practicing your weathering effects. See, I knew there'd be a reason for it. You know, it was doing like an Andy Warhol and painting bean cans. And then all the soup cans, but you can sort of beans better. I figured it was base related, or at least model related. Thin that down a little bit. There we go. 5 left to do, and then I can start working on the shoulder pads. See, I shouldn't be too bothered about getting in the squares too much because they're going to paint it anyway. They're just going to get a straight layer of bronze paint over them. So it's just that red. I like the fact that he's not bright red. It's more of an orangey red. Good evening, Ali. How are you? I think that's probably the best way to actually, to actually get an idea of how something looks is go out and see it. Where can you go see various states of metal? Well, closest scrapyard. Used car place. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, that way you actually get to see what textures look like more in 3D. So rust, although it might look like that, it's actually got that texture where it's bubbly, and so getting both sides of it is no, that makes sense. I'm doing okay, Ali. Did you all have a nice Easter? I hope so. Anyone go to church? You know, because that's why we have Easter. It's a religious thing. It's not just about eggs. Although you won't think it would listen to some kids these days. I want chocolate. Luckily, chocolate was secondary for. I mean, Alaska had already been eating these Easter eggs for about a week, way before Easter. Yeah, the weather was not nice over here. It's been raining near me today. It got bright and sunny after I finished doing everything I needed to do outside, or at least I thought I had. And then it started about half an hour before I realised I had to go out again, which was just over an hour ago. Oh, so obviously bank holidays, big shopping supermarkets are all shut up for. So if you want anything after that, you've got to go find one of the little ones. Charge you more for the same bloody crap, even though it's technically this. It's not the same company, but it is. You just have 2 different licenses, and yeah, greasy business tactics is what it is. You'd be, yeah, you'd have fun walking up. I can think of this for one, two. There's at least 4 or 5 churches within quarter mile of me, half mile at a push. And that's not including all the little ones that are popping up all the time. That are not so much what you would classify as a standard British style of church. It's more just a room rented being used as a church. But loads of them as well. And then again, I'm in England, so I'm also only a few miles away from a synagogue and a mosque. So I got all the bases covered. These, I know they still go to, or they still open the doors for people at the two near me. The two main ones near me that are just up the road. I'm not sure about the others. Thank you. Sparkles is amazing. I don't know if I've ever told you all this, but Sparkles is absolutely fantastic. Just come downstairs, made me a brew. And it's just there now. She's absolutely amazing. So I'll be back in 1 minute. So I've got my brew. I've got my cup of tea. Have a look at me. I have a cup of tea. She is far too good. Far too good for me. It's that woman, the woman who brought me tea. Last time I come. I've been wet enough to dull it down. I can dry brush all this afterwards. That's all I need to do. Ooh, that's like the floor. That's a good job I have a spare one if I was bothered. That's probably why I've got a spare one. No, now Graham's probably just sent me extra bits. Oh, hang about. Things are happening. Wouldn't that be soon? She will be Sparkle's mini painting. Come on, Ali. Get with plan. Soon as says Sparkles, it should be Sparkle's mini painting. I mean, that is a lovely gesture, but does it have to be cranberry? Cranberry's awful. Although I've got to say, Sparkles does make me chocolate chip cookies for my birthday every year. It's every cake. So, yeah, chocolate chip cookies. I mean, I like cake, but a batch of cookies is easier to share around. So, and I like cookies. I do like cookies. I devour packets of biscuits. Yeah, people have 1 or 2 biscuits. I have a packet. They just disappear. The first couple of years, Sparkles couldn't realize how I did it. Let them go bad. Cranberries deserve to go bad. Cranberries are so awful; they deserve to go bad. Let them go bad. Stop using cranberries. Rip up cranberry plants and just remove them. They're just no. No, Sparkle's mini painting will do. I think we've pretty much we have decided on. I'll either put it this way. When I say this, I'm either going to get a very short stream tonight because I'm going to get lamps in the side of the headland on this and hopefully a hit end broadcast. Or I'm not going to die. And that's because what I'm about to say is correct. And I think we've agreed that she's taking my name. So we're okay on that one. As far as where we stand. See, I don't mind bananas, but again, I don't because I don't really eat them. They don't really get bought in. These apples at the moment that are in the fridge. Because kids are in the mood for eating apples at the minute. So they have phases. Sometimes they like this. Sometimes they like some fruit. Sometimes like other fruit. Pardon me. So we just buy it in whatever their current. Yeah, I like that one. We eat that one. So, right, okay, that one. It'll be bananas again sooner or later. And it might change to oranges for a while. I've not had a banana sandwich for a while. Yeah, that is a good point, Ali. I have not had a banana butty for a long time. Oh, I do prefer it on toast because that way you can actually mush the banana up a little bit better. You don't end up just destroying the bread. I do like banana on toast. I don't know why I got that out. I shouldn't have got that out. Oh well. I needed to do the blue first. Banana bread. I'll eat it, but I won't buy it. I won't buy banana bread. Walnut cake I'll buy. Walnut cake. Walnut cake's nice. I got the silver out before we did blue. The Elvis sandwich. Would you care to give the full recipe for an Elvis sandwich? Just for those watching who... See, I'm thinking of a nice big greasy burger right now. Essentially beef, more beef, and plenty of dripping. Which has probably got some people going, ew, ew. That does sound nice. I'm not a dripping, but if it is. Peanut butter and banana on white bread fried in, but that doesn't actually sound that nice. Certainly sounds like it was made in the south of the US of A, but it doesn't sound that nice. I'm going to put that in the same category as shrimp gumbo. But yeah, you can keep that one. That does not sound nice. I don't mind a prawn cocktail, but a shrimp gumbo does not sound good. Yeah, I get it's not all bad, but it's bad for you. EB sent me some pictures of a grill that he went to, and some of it just looked like it was going to give you a heart attack right there, and then as soon as you finished eating, but you got the pleasure of eating it first. It looked absolutely bloody. I mean, Sparkles would have been screwed because it was all meat, but it looked absolutely beautiful. Do I get all the plates down his arm? Yes, I do. I get all the plates down his arm. I get all the plates down his arm. I get all the plates down him. All the plates down it. All the plates down him. Fucking arm. Where'd you get the plates down his arm? I get all the plates that are on his arm. And then I get the next set and I'll do it while it's wet. Where you gonna get all the plates down his arm? That sentence just doesn't sound right. Cheesy grits and shrimp. Look, see, I know I'm aware of what it is, so my head is translating it to go. It's food, but there's part of my head that's going. What part of that sounds like food? So grits are essentially a savoury biscuit. I know grits are essentially a savoury biscuit. I suppose it could be okay if the shrimp's nice. Not a huge lover of crustaceans overall. Not tried lobster though. Would like to try lobster. However, my last attempt at trying crab didn't end too well. So I think crustaceans and stuff don't agree with me too much. I might have just had bad crab. I know I've certainly had bad fish before, and it's not stopped me going back and eating fish. Oh, we had some live fish on Friday. Fish on that on Friday. I had a smoked gipper on Friday, and I had one for years. A bloody big one it was. Well, it was a full one. What was smoked? No, finny haddock. Sorry, finny haddock, smoked haddock, not a kipper. Sorry, finny haddock. That still doesn't sound appetizing. Can't we just have beans on toast, Twisted, and go for something that's universally adored and loved the world over? Mainly because we fucking took over a shitload of it. But still, can't we go for something nice like beans on toast? Bit of butter in the beans. Even do cheese on toast if you want and put it on that. Although, why fuck with a classic? Just beans on toast, just beans on toast. That bit of butter with the beans and you started. I ate before I came on, specifically so I didn't get hungry. Now we'll talk about food, and I'm getting hungry. 2 slices of fruit loaf and a protein coffee before I came on, just so no, don't eat, not eating. I'm getting bloody hungry now. Where's he gone? Right, what do we do with your legs? We don't do that with your legs. We do your 2 ones on your chest, and we do the 2 little dingly bits. Okay. I should have got more blue. A favourite. See, it depends on my mood with when it comes to cake, because sometimes I'll demolish a nice creamy. Now, are we classifying cheesecake within this clarification of cake? Because cheesecake's a whole different. See, cheesecake's one thing, but how do you compare a cheesecake to a Black Forest Gasso? The 2 different cakes. These 2. See it. And then you've got just a nice plain walnut cake. Do you want your cake to be like nice and thick and stodgy and cheesy, or do you want it to be really full of cream? Do you want loads of icing? See, yeah, Twisted's probably got the better idea. My favorite kind of cake is yes. My favorite type of cake would probably boil down to cheesecake, because if you said you want just a plain cake or a plain vanilla cheesecake, I'll go for the cheesecake. But if you're allowing me to get pretentious and add shit, yeah, you've got stuff like black velvet cake, Black Forest Gatos, which is just pretty much just cream and cherries and richness, and yeah, you got some really nice cakes. them melt in the middle chocolate things where you break into them and they just melt out. Oh, and meanwhile the kids made one of them. It's really nice. Made lots of little mini ones. Even once you'd left it, if you didn't get it, while it was still melted in the middle, then even when you come back to it and it's set a bit, it was still nice. Because the cake was still quite moist around it. It had not ruined the cake by having the chocolate solidify. So it still worked out nice. We need to do some baking again. I was all right at it as long as it was supervised. Oh, I'm not even on the screen. Opera cake? What's up? What is opera cake? Please enlighten. Please enlighten. Share with the class, please. Right, where's blue guy? He's blue guy number 1. Right, let's move you over here. I'll start on this guy for blue guy number 2. I know I should have set my wet palette up for this. This is why I have a wet palette, but I haven't. So yes. Please elaborate on opera cake, because us lowbrow peasants over here. Technically, that's what we are, because that's what the see is. I don't think anything less. We are even, well, at least I am anyway. I'm seen as a peasant. Ali's seen as a rebel. Ali's cool. Ooh, opera cake sounds nice. What's that? Chocolate Bavarian cream, which I do like. It's quite a firm cream, Bavarian cream. Then ganache, and then chocolate, and then Bavarian cream, then ganache. Oh, see, now you just Bavarian slices. Oh, Bavarian slices are so nice. With the puff pastry, and then the jam, then the puff pastry, then the cream, and the puff pastry, and then the icing. Oh. I'm getting a Bavarian slice tomorrow. I don't care. It cost me $5. I'm getting a Bavarian slice. Should be able to get one for cheaper than that, but it does mean I've got to go into a local shopping centre and not into local Tesco. Because Tesco won't have a Bavarian slice because they're dicks. Or at least not very nice ones. And for a moment, and I'm assuming that's because it's an overload on my CPU. Which is not good. I don't want to burn this thing out. Come. Stay with me, computer. You can do it. My CPU spike usage did just spike them for a moment, so I was fine. Twisted, you're gonna get banned in a minute. This is just not fair. Saying all these delicious cakes and you're not sending me any. Not even sending any to Ali either. This is just not fair. Torturing us in slow, in just mysterious cake-like ways. You shall be passed by pastries. Dreaming of desserts. All the while Twisted, laughing maniacally at us. They were very nice. They were very nice, Ali. I would like him to just join Discord for no other reason than to put them on display so we can get a nice look at them. Because I couldn't see him properly on my screen. I couldn't see him. I mean, I could see him well enough to know that that's nice, but they looked really good. Oh God! Don't even think cake options. Sparkles, if you're watching, they're on about cake options. Maybe you should get some ideas of something you want me to try making myself, and then we can see if we can get the person we want to make a cake to make it. Ooh, this one tastes nice. Let's do this one. I don't fancy having to make my own wedding cake the night before. Let's put it that way. I don't mind making cakes to test them. And then going to the person we want to make the cake. Can you make one of these? Don't mind doing that. But yeah, I'm not making my own wedding cake. I'm not saying I'm not capable, I just don't want the stress. Night before night before your own wedding, make your own wedding cake. With barely enough ingredients just to do it. All the shops are shut. Don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. As confident as I am in my own abilities, there are certain things I would like to leave for other people to do. It takes the pressure off me. So we're getting through blue fairly quickly. Thank you, Twisted. Thank you. Hopefully, though, it'll be Numpty who's in Discord. It'll be Numpty making the cake. Hopefully. Not actually spoke to her yet, but yes, Numpty does make cakes. Does make quite nice cakes, actually. She's been making them for years, but only just started really doing it. Tried to doing it professionally. So she is well versed. Yeah, if Blake sent me any form of photographs of them, then I can post them in Discord. Although I am tempted, and this is by no means way that I want to try and I'm trying to palm it off because I do want to pay Bates account myself, but I'm thinking for postage costs, he might be better off asking Twisted. Because state to state post should be cheaper than international post, I would imagine. Even if you were to send it by, especially even if you send it something like FedEx or UPS or use one of the guaranteed next day type things. and pay the extra shipping costs over the standard post service. Although is UPS the United States Postal Service anyway? I'm not sure. Well, we know someone who makes nice cakes, but we've yet to ask them. So they might turn around and go, no, a bit more pressure. But they have made wedding cakes before, so it is an added bonus that they've been under that pressure. I know Karma has worked in kitchens before, so he's used to kitcheny type pressure. And I've learned don't have chopping races against him. Even though he's out of practice, he's still fucking better than I am. Doing these little triangles is a pain in the ass. I mean, I get why they've got to be there. Otherwise, it's just pretty much a plain ass shield. And you don't want a plain ass shield. But still, it's painting a pain in the ass. Right, so UPS is not the United States Postal Service. Right, okay. Because that's what I thought it stood for. But UPS do international anyway, so if you get a good enough rate, I suppose you might get. But it depends on the workers either side, because if the workers don't take care of the shit, which a lot of the time fucking don't. I'm not saying all workers don't, I'm just saying you do have the workers that take the piss and just chuck shit and throw shit, and it's just like, you're dealing with people's stuff here. USPS is right, okay. There's an extra S. Wow. Okay, I'm just looking at it on my screen, and these guys, compared to these guys, that blue stands out a lot. That blue makes out a big difference between the two units. I mean, I suppose I should finish the unit. So there's 5 of them. Yeah, you got a running man. A running man. I got two dashing forward. Well, the blue's the standard colour for the army. Don't forget that's the actual colour of the army, which is blue shoulder pads and majority black. In the case of these Terminators, it's white helmets, but yeah, that's the base colour for the army, including the silver trim. Thing is, because these had that extra fur bit at the back, and I wanted them to be salamander successors, which is the same reason why Lavros has been done that way, because I wanted to be fiery, because I'm a salamander successor. So that's why they've got all the fire on the back instead of like a brown fur. There has thought gone into this. So you don't think it, but there has. There has been a little bit of thought gone into this. I know you're all sat there going, "No one can believe you." America, fuck yeah! Oh, I need a 6-shooter. So anytime you need a 6-shooter, just go, America, fuck yeah! And that's it. It's over and done. And why? Because you fucking can over there. That's why. We believe there's been a firearm discharged at this domicile. Yeah, we're celebrating America. No, look off. as you cock your shotgun at the police, telling them, "Get off my lawn, boy." It's great. Yeah, you get arrested for a tweet or Facebook post that offends somebody. No, I didn't like what you said on something that got pixels that I can turn off. Excuse me, sir, you're arrested. Why? You said Mickey Mouse needs to sort his life out. Yeah, but in fairness, I'm talking about a cartoon. Doesn't matter. It offended someone. Come with me, sir. Fuck off. See, this is what you get for starting stuff. Who mentioned America? If it weren't for all the basically the tax rips and the health benefit rips, and the holiday time rip, and the poor working conditions and third world slavery that they have to go through, I wouldn't mind living there. But until they sort all that shit out now, come join the civilized world. It's quite easy. Just got to pay fucking. See, you got a 6-shooter. You can take it for a walk in the woods, and damn right, you fucking need to as well. I'll be taking the damn sight a lot more than a 6-shooter. I'll be taking the shotgun. In fact, I'll be taking 2 shotguns, a big long one, and a sawn-off one for close quarters, and the 6-shooter, in case those 2 don't work. But if they don't work, the 6-shooter is not going to do. Well, it's just going to make me feel better. That's ignoring on me. Because I have to feel tough physically. And just prove that this isn't a child's thingy. You know the teddy bear's picnic? You know what happens to the people that went on that teddy bear's picnic? They were the fucking picnic. Teddy bears having their picnic. That's it. They're munching on the kids you just took in. Let's go for a walk in the woods today, kids. I love you. You love as the bear just tears into them. Big purple dinosaur stood there laughing. Well, I'm an apex predator. Time for lunch. Starts gobbling up the bears. Don't say we have much better. We had fucking Teletubbies. Jesus Christ, what did we unleash onto the world? Yeah, we deserve a lot of hatred for that one. Yeah, it's weird how something simple as a bell can actually save your life, whereas shooting it with a shotgun just angers it and makes it eat you. It's odd, that, isn't it? Well, in fairness, if I could hear something coming like that, it's like, yeah, I'll stay away from it. Whereas if somebody shot me and it didn't hurt me as much as they expected it to, then yeah, I'm going to run over and kick the fuck out of them. Provided, of course, I'm in the capable condition of doing so. And a great big whopping bear will be in the condition of running over and gobbling me up if I were to shoot it, because I'm not going to be a good shot with a gun. Let's face it, I've never fired a fucking gun in my life. I'm going to be spraying and praying with a fucking one shot. It's not good odds. Please don't, Ali. I was tortured with that. My eldest niece had a 6-hour video that she would rewind and replay all while she was awake. And it was just Teletubbies. But because it was a VHS, it was just the same episodes of Teletubbies over and bleeding over and over again. And God knows what they've done to it now. Now they've got baby Tubbies and other Teletubbies, and there's the extra things. What the hell? It's got even weirder. It's gone from, look, kids, just listen to the microphones and talk to the big thing in the sky, to, yeah, now reproduce weird little things. I'm guessing a combination of smoking DMT after dropping 4 or 5 LSD tabs. Just a guess. But you wait until the LSD tabs kick in, and then you smoke your way through into another realm with the DMT. I'm not condoning anyone try that, because that sounds like it's going to take you way beyond this dimension. But whew, I bet you'll meet Teletubbies. And things will come out of the ground talking to you. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's fucking SpongeBob SquarePants. They seem to go from Peppa Pig to SpongeBob SquarePants, and that's it. They don't go anything from there. It's ridiculous. And it's not even like some of the intro music to this stuff's any good, because it's not. It's absolutely shocking. Listen to the 90s Spider-Man, 2000 Spider-Man intro. It's a fucking rock song. It's a fucking awesome little rock song. And solos in it and all sorts. It's great. Now the shit. Well, I've got some bath salts. Don't even fuck off on me though. The clonazepam, on the other hand, now that helps. That's why I can pick. See, but that's about the only time that SpongeBob becomes bearable is when you're in hospital and under lots of morphine. Bosco Wonderland Wagon Teenage. Is that the bus that they drove? The kind of shell bus thing that used to have spitty out discs. Oh, Wonderly Wagon, and it's only on Irish TV. That's what I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. I know what the Turtles is. Okay, I used to have some of the I saw all 4 of the Turtles, but I never got the bus, and I never got all the Master Splinter either. Or any Foot Soldiers, or Shredder. I did. Was it Bebop or Rocksteady I had? And they were top because the ones where the hands twisted and their elbows moved in the shoulder. It was the first time I got a toy like that. It was great. My He-Man ones before it just did that. They were boring. Especially when your Turtles now do that. Didn't have any Transformers, which is a shame. I would like to have had some Transformers. Did have some of the mask vehicles though. Bosco's also one. Right, okay. I mean, another one I don't know. That's why none of it made sense to me because I'm thinking it's all to do with the Ninja Turtles. It's 3 different fucking programs. That'll be a reason I didn't understand because I'm dumb like that. Should have realised when none of it actually, I didn't remember any of it from the Turtles. So it was like, right, that should have been something else. It's what should have gone through my head, but apparently not. I'm not that clever. I'm also not that clever to remember to paint fucking blue bits on this. These are our first company after all. And although they don't have an Aquila on their chest, like some of the other Mark Terminators, these are technically cataphractite armors. So a little bit better. So I need to make them look like a little fancier than standard armored Marines, at least a little bit if I can. So let's paint the chest bits and the thingy bits blue. Forgot to do him. I've got to do all the chains and the trim around these bits as well anyway, but still. We want to make it as fancy as possible. Make them stand out. What I'm hoping is I can do a nice little 1,500 pint army of just first company. So it'll be Terminators in both forms. I may even get one of the old Terminators, the slightly smaller ones, and find a missile set to put on his back. So having so there's a set of 2 sets of 5 with an assault cannon. One of them's got the missile, and then the big ones running forward with the hammers and shields. Then I can also have Stern Guard veterans, Blade Guard veterans. So that's at least 15 Stern Guard veterans, and then 3 units of 3, so that's 9 Blade Guard veterans, plus a couple of Blade Guard ancients. Obviously throwing lieutenants and commanders and librarians and chaplains where needed. Reminds me, I need to find a chaplain in Terminator armor. I need to find out what's actually in all my boxes. That's what I need to do. I need to go through all my fucking boxes and go, right, what have I got? I've forgotten most of it now. I know I've still got stuff to put together. I think I've still got 5 either assault intercessors or 5 infernus, 5 something to put together. Oh, it's okay, Ali. Don't worry. Mum always said if he had half a brain, it'd be dangerous. If a full one, I'd actually be able to take over the world. Good job when you got a brain cell. Nice, my mother. Always kept me grounded. Oh, on boarding action bases. See, those are nice bases. It's a nice style of basing is boarding action. Having all the ship decking and stuff. Goes with the Sector Mechanicus stuff quite nicely as well. You can do have a bit of that scenery. Most of the plasma generating stuff and pipes, but it's enough to be able to throw through a few ruins and some hills. Yeah, I think I've got accidental zenithal and accidental source light in there from the side of his head without even. I didn't mean to, but I think I'm going to go over it anyway. It's going to be done white like the Terminators. Sorry, I've been very quiet for a moment there. I was doing that without eye focus, and I was off in my own little head. Sorry about that. Let's try and get back over these ones I've not done properly because I wasn't actually paying attention to what I was doing. I just completely zoned out then for a moment. That's not a good thing to be doing live on camera, is it? Right, yeah. He's done. Let's go to this one's shield, which I've not done yet. Painting these circles in the middle, paint them blue. Them blue. Paint them also blue, then we go and paint the triangles all around the circle. Paint them blue, blue. We paint them blue, blue, blue. What about you? You paint them blue? That wasn't even in the zone because I couldn't even see what I wasn't even focused on what was. If I was painting the right thing, then it was sheerly by chance. Which isn't a good thing. I could have just started slapping blue paint over any bit of it at that point. I had no idea what I was doing. I was quite literally away with fairies. They'd asked me to come along, and apparently I'd been jogging along quite happily somewhere. Yeah, it might be a meditative thing, making me say difficult words. But I'm trying to concentrate. Damn it, fairies can go fuck off for a minute. Come back later when I want to go wee into the other little world. Not when I'm trying to concentrate. Painting it blue, 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 blue. Painting it blue. I have also got the added bonus of I've got all that, still got that bag of bits. That if I think I need to make my other Terminators look a bit more like these or add something extra to other bits, then I can, which is good. It's almost like when you get them, if you was to buy them upgrade sprues from Games Workshop and you get things to make them look like Space Wolfie or Blood Angel Lily. It's like them. I've only got 2 guys left. I've been going for an hour. Woo. Done fuck all over an hour. Well, not the fuck all, but I've not done what an hour of work should be. Not that it matters. Because now I'm looking for. What's that one? That is the. I don't know what's in this bag. I need to sort these bags out properly. What's bases and. Is that bases and heads? Yeah, bases, heads, and. As I said, the little extra little bits. Well, I can paint up and glue onto them if I wish to. But what else is in here? These are extra little bits, and this is fun. Yeah, the fairies are a good crack sometimes, just not when I'm live on YouTube, please. Right, yeah, there's pouches, and right, let's put the bases down because I don't want them. They're big and. Ooh. These might be coming. Yeah. I'll have to think about that, but that might be right. So yeah, extra heads, shoulder mounted things, hair bits. Not a Starty standard stuff. But I'm sure there's another bag somewhere with other bits in it. But I have to find it. See, that was awesome having little upgrade sprues like that. Just so you can add a little bit of flavour to things when you need to. I'm sure I have another one. Where is it? That's the jump packy things. That's the what's that one? Is that all the other? That's the missile launchers and other weapons. This is doggos and animals. That's doggos and animals. Right, no, so just be those upgrades. I thought I had another bag. I thought wrong. Exactly, the Hall Lord side. You've got ultramarine ones. You get some nice gladiuses and some nice weapons that are just stylized towards that. So you get the ones with the Romanesque type bloody thingy over the heads, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Makes them look like a fucking peacock. Them things. The ones they always paint red and white. And always look ridiculous to me. But you get those helmets. I think you get a couple of torsos with nipples as well if you get the Blood Angel ones. Odd thing to remember, I know. But yeah. Because in their way of wanting to be Romany, that's how they manage it. More the I'm Sparta type things. I'm Spartacus. Although that's all various. Blood Angels like the nipples. Even though they're wearing armor, they want them to show through. Check out my magnificent pecs. Bunch of bloody poses. I suppose that's why the Imperium equivalent to the Imperium opposite to the Emperor's children. Both like art and fart and fight about and stuff, but one of them just likes to take it a bit too far. Whereas the one who can take it a bit too far and doesn't want to, well, he's the one you really need to fucking watch out for. Because he's the one who's going to fucking drink your blood. Yeah, see, the Ultramarines do that well. The Ultramarines and the Blood Angels, just to add that. We need you to look fancier than fancy. I think my Vanguard Veterans is made from a Blood Angels sprue. A Death Company one, I think. So jetpacks. And it's a Thunder Hammer, Power Sword, Power Fist. And the other two, I think, have chain swords, but they've got nice wings on them. You ready? You're Alicus. No, I am Alicus. Wait a minute, what's Alicus done? No, she's Alicus. I have an alibi officer. I was in Manchester at that time. I could not have done that. So therefore, Alicus is innocent. And will they collaborate your stories of being Alicus, sir? Ah, bollocks. Should have found them first. Is this going to be another mini diorama twisted? This isn't going to be a base, is it? This is going to be a mini diorama again. You won't need to lay a battlefield terrain out when you put your army out because it'll just be incorporated into the bases. Makes setting up a table so much easier. You just do it in deployment and take the terrain with you. I thought that would be an awesome idea. That there is no terrain on the board, but it's whatever terrain's on your bases. So if you don't do a good job on your bases, then you'll get a cover save. If you do a really good job on your bases, then you're out of sight. You can't be seen until you reach close combat. Try to even think what some people might do with Titans. Okay, blue. Blue is done. Oh, I hear movement. I hear movement. I'm not saying movement's a bad thing, I'm just saying I hear it. Alright, so to get that colour, it was essentially that colour. And to get that colour, mix the orange and the red. I never make things easy on myself. Thank you, Lee. It's been stressful work is what it's been. It shouldn't be stressful work, but it's been stressful work. I don't know why. I really don't. I wish it wouldn't be. It's really simple. I can see what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I've got it in front of me. It's just, for some reason, it's not being as simple as I want it to be. Oh well. Silver! Gunmetal. Sorry. So I didn't need to blow your speakers out or earphones out then. Sorry about that. It just happens to be the next colour I'm doing. The gunmetal bits, which are all these sections and all the little lines and panels. On the armour. This includes the legs and the chain and a little tiny bit inside there. And around them chest panels that we've just done. I just painted the fucking things blue and now I've got wrist painting them fucking silver. Now for this side. This side's particularly annoying because, well, it's not annoying, it's just more to paint because we've got the shield. And yeah, we only paint so much of the shield. In gunmetal. We don't paint all the shield. Good evening, Dan. How the devils are you? I hope you're enjoying your Easter Monday. Hope kiddo is nicely worn out and sugar crashed by now. Giving you a chance to pop your feet up for 5 minutes. I know I'm particularly happy school's starting again tomorrow. Scratch building a viaduct. Yeah, no worries. Like you crack on, mate. You crack on. Thank you for turning up and being here to listen to me. Well, if you're building a viaduct, yeah, yeah, brick by brick things are not good. Pardon me. Still on a chocolate. We at least got that sugar crash to look forward to. At some point today, it's all going to come crashing down on him, and he's just going to fall on the floor or on the sofa or wherever he does, and that's him just going to drop immediately unconscious, and that'll be him for a good 45 minutes till he gets up and has some more, and then charging around the house again. We took her at full speed. Poor Tuck. He's going to be tuckered out. Yeah, I was that energized with chocolate as well. I mean, sugar does give me a slight boost in energy, but not enough to keep up with kids. Not that level. I also have caffeine involved as well to even contemplate getting me anywhere near that level. To be quite honest, if you genuinely wanted me to keep up with a child of between 6 and 8, it's got to take illegal drugs. I can't do it without them. I've not been able to for a good few years. So if you want me to work like that, yeah, it's got to require some kind of illegal drugs that I don't take. So you're going to have to figure out which ones they are. I believe there is one called Speed, which might do it. I think it's what Lemmy spent his early career on. By the way, I'm not condoning illegal drugs. I'm just saying that's what it'll take for me to be able to actually keep up with a child. Unless you know someone is just going to pump adrenaline into my system. That might do it as well. Here, chew on this adrenal gland. Wow, what does that do? Just releases pure adrenaline into your system for the next 20 minutes while you're chewing on it. All right, okay. Way. Hunter S. Thompson, thank you for that one. You see, something like Hunter S. Thompson's bag from Fear and Loathing, that might be a way to level out the playing field a bit as well. The adults take the uppers, that gives us energy, and we give the kids the downers, that takes energy away. We get locked up, of course, for giving children Class A narcotics, but hey, the kids aren't running away, are they? And we get to keep up when they do. We're faster than them for a change. No, I'm not condoning giving children drugs either. It's a hypothetical joke for people on the internet that don't understand those things. Luckily, I think most people who spend time in here while it's live and come back understand these things. But in case you're new, Night Ali, thank you for coming in. Did it start getting a bit weird for you, this one? Oh, no, it's work tomorrow, isn't it? Have a good day. Have I missed anywhere on this motherfucker? Come on, motherfucker. Motherfucker, come on. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, come on. Oh, that should not be. That was not the first one I've done, is it? I've done. Who else have I done? I thought I'd done more than one. Have you only done one? Fuck me. I've only done one. I thought I'd done two. Shit. I didn't work. Right, come here, you. I'm going to start cracking a bit quick. I don't even make money off this channel. I'm probably going to start paying Ali money soon, doing stuff in chat. See, not having a triangle base, so I'll keep it in camera. This is a pain in the ass. Good job. I'm gonna get to come back in here with contrast paint and washes. I am being really, really not accurate with this. This is not a painting guide, people. Please remember that. This is I want to get paint on my models so they look like the rest, so they don't sit there unpainted. Because they're cool as foot models and I don't want them to be unpainted. Because I want it to be used. Sparkles has agreed to play. I just need to set up the armies and set up the table on one Saturday night. I won't be this coming Saturday because I think we're busy. I think we're going out for something to eat. The dream of breaking even. Yeah, that'll be the day. That'll be the day, Twisted. At the moment, if it was to say this channel is a business, it is running in the negative, we'll probably be getting shut down within a month. Good job I'm not running this channel as a business, eh? Although saying that, if you go to the channel main page, homepage, there is a link to buy me a coffee if you wish to donate for me to be able to get more models from either Rogues Den Hobbies or other third-party retailers, particularly in the UK. If you know of any 3D proxies that would look good for a Space Marine or a Tyrannid or an Orc or a World Eaters or an Imperial Guard, and you want me to get those particular models and add them to a force, let me know through Discord. Obviously, when you made the donation as well, for me to be able to purchase them and where from. Well, no, Lee, I do pay. Well, I do D&D as well. I don't just do Warhammer. I do have some just animals to paint as just animals. I've got a dog taking a piss. I've got to make a tree for yet. Fire hydrant! I need to make a fire hydrant for the one that's taking a piss. I've got a dog that's taking a piss. He's got his leg cocked. I need to make a fire hydrant for him to take a piss up. Or something appropriate for a dog to urinate on. A man's leg. Find a spare Terminator, and find a spare Space Marine, and I have him pissing at the Space Marine's leg. That'll be top. That's it. It's got to be done. I've got to have a spare Space Marine somewhere. I can have a dog taking a piss on his leg. Yeah. All it should take as well is just a little bit of. Yes, Lee, I just painted on live stream. Mostly I just live stream. I don't do as much painting as I should on the live streams. I did when I found it easier to go for longer. So I got a lot more painting done when I could do a 3-hour sitting without. I don't know what stopped actually, why I stopped being able to do that, but I found it more and more difficult to do a 3-hour sitting without stopping, at least for a short period. I know even then I used to take a small break, didn't I, about the hour and a half, about this time. So usually I take a short break halfway through, just because I know I'm going to get a little bit manic without nicotine. And you're thinking, what do you mean you get a little bit manic? You're a fucking nutter anyway. Yeah, I get worse. So the longer I go without nicotine, the worse it gets. I start getting energy levels, natural energy levels. And although it's not enough to keep up with the child, it's certainly enough to do my own head in, because those energy levels get pumped mentally rather than physically. So trying to concentrate on something is damn near fucking impossible. So I shall finish this chapter. I shall go get one of Arius Nation's playlists. I shall pop that on as the desktop music. Well, I just pop away for a moment, refresh levels, possibly make another cup of tea, because I don't have a cup of tea at the moment. Well, I do at the minute, but I'm very, very nearly finished it. So I'll go get myself hydrated. I was thinking hot glue. Just get a string of hot glue and then paint it with like speed paint yellow. Hopefully try and keep some of the clearness to it. But yeah, similar idea, Twisted, similar idea. We've got to get the streak of piss coming out. All right, so before I put my Be Right Back screen up, I'll be back soon, should I say. Let's go find out. We need to go to YouTube. We need to go to YouTube. We need to go to Arias Nation. Which I believe is this one. No. Crap. I can't remember where it was. If I go to music and we go to visit that takes us there instead, because Ali was kind enough to put it in the music section on Discord. Playlists. Let's go look. And we're going to go to this one, and it's going to give us an advert. I'm going to uncheck that while it's giving us the advert so I can skip it. Now, I don't know what these are like, so please leave your comments in here, or go to Arius Nation. Opening this. Sometimes it's really, really, really loud for people. All I do is put something up. Okay, we've got something to listen to while I'm not. Does that link even work? That link doesn't even work. That's good. We've got Area Station, all one word. These band with some ridiculous pair of moves and black and white. But for the moment, I'm going to go get myself another drink. And wait.
Sitting on this beach, not a worry in my mind. Just the sun, the sand, and the ocean's endless chime. No need to rush, no need to chase the time. Just let the waves wash away the daily grind. I'm here just sitting and dreaming away. In this moment I could stay forever and a day. No plans, no destinations to find. Just me and the beach, and that's fine by me, oh so fine. The seagulls dance, palm trees sway. In this paradise I could spend every day. The world's a blur out there beyond the bay, but here in this stillness everything's okay. I'm here just sitting, dreaming away. In this moment I could stay forever and a day. No plans, no destination to find. Just me and the beach, and that's fine by me, oh so fine. I'm here just sitting and dreaming away. In this moment I could stay forever and a day. No plans, no destination to find. Just me and the beach, and that's fine by me, oh so fine. In this moment I could stay forever and a day. No plans, no destination to find. Just me and the beach, and that's fine by me, oh so fine. So I'll sit here a while, just me and the sand, letting a piece of this place take my hand. No rush to go, no need to understand. Just me and the beach in this moment so grand. I'm here just sitting and dreaming away. In this moment I could stay forever and a day. No plans, just sitting, dreaming away. In this moment I could stay forever and a day. No plans, no destination Sitting on this beach, not a worry in my mind. Took the sunlit side and the ocean's endless chime. No need to rush, no need to chase the time. Just let the waves wash away the daily grind. I'm here just sitting and dreaming away. In this moment, forever I could stay. No plans, no destination to find me. Just me and the beach, and that's fine by me. Oh so fine, oh so fine. The seagulls dance, the palm trees sway. In this paradise I could spend every day. The world's a blur out there beyond the bay, but here in the stillness, everything's okay. I'm here just sitting and dreaming away. In this moment, forever I could stay. No plans, no destination to find me. Just me and the beach.
I'm sorry about this. I haven't put the headphones on. I've just heard what it is. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I hope the next one's better. I'm sorry about that one. Let's see if this one's any better, shall we? And I'm back, by the way. Yes, I am back. We're doing silver still. Wonderful. How many we've got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10. It was painful when this one's not as. What the fuck's just happened? Whoa! Dan, I'm giving you music to go, mate, but some of it's a bit too emo cot rock for me, mate. It's time to roll. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put on my own voice, I suppose. Sorry about that, people. You have posted to champions based in Discord. That will be right. Popped up in my little finger. Oh, that does look a bit fancy. Oh, Andy's like the blade. Yeah, is that one? Oh, that's a nice post. So yeah, please go check. Please go check that out. That's nice. That's nice. I was not even base coated yet, and I already look at it. You can see how it's gonna. Yeah. Said it once, I'll say it again. Twisted does the best bases on YouTube or the internet, and you can quote me on that. Speaking of bases, as these are supposed to match Lavarus, and he has half a Space Marine on the back of his base, kind of done slightly OSL rather than being painted. Just should paint him a bit, really, and then redo the OSL. Well, that's by the by. What should I put? I've got a feeling I should put something on these bases, whether it be like a Necron head on 1 or 2, or Chaos, or an Eldar, or an Arc, or just something else to kind of tie them in with Lavarus. I don't really intend to be fielding one set without the other. So if he goes on the board, these will be going on the board with him. And then it's whatever else goes in around them. They'll probably end up getting the Chaplain in Terminator armor, instead of doing to dig him out just so I can. I think I started him off, but I'm not sure how far I got with him. because I got him round about the same time. I got the Narn emissaries. Sorry, the Narn. Well, whichever Narn I end up made it. I don't know which one I made that one. I can't remember. Well, they made one with the emissary arms and one with the annihilator arms, but both with the emissary head, because the emissary head does look better. It looks like the alien queen head, and that just looks awesome. Each had Geiger's better than the Warhammer design team. The man give us what is the epitome of xenomorph now. Can't really go wrong there, can you? When you define something so well. That is just, yeah, that iconic of an image. So that's why I went with those big heads for both of them. I'm thinking I should put some at least body part bits on the bases before I actually paint the bases. Do we still have? No. I forgot I need to put that up, otherwise I can't see. I can't see Jet Dilly Squat if that's like that. Right, okay. There we go. I know approximately now how many people I have watching. I think there's at least 3. I think there's at least 3. I don't actually know. I haven't got a foggiest clue. Really. I'm just taking a guess at what you just showed me briefly up on YouTube, man. Helps if I actually get it under the light and underneath the camera. This camera just happens to be where the light is. So I'm not. Because for some reason I'm a blithering idiot and decide not to. Well, no, I'm lazy, which is why it's called lazy mini painting. That, and there is the possibility that I may stop moving throughout it. I've not had a good day on that one. It hit rather late, which I'm not happy about. Usually hits me much earlier than that. It didn't hit me until about 8 o'clock today. About 7:30, 8 o'clock it hit me. And stream's slightly in jeopardy because of it, but I managed to be okay. Okay enough to still be able to get up, go to the shop, and then come back and do the stream, of course. But yeah, I wasn't happy about it hitting me late on in the day today. Good job has taken tablets now, so that reduces chances. Oh, I can't procrastinate too long doing this because I've got a busy day tomorrow. Font registrars. Got a good gym because it was shut today. Closing a gym on a bank holiday. What are they on about? Everyone's off. It's when people get a chance to bloody use it. We went to Tesco on Sunday. It was just at a reasonable time was what I went about 12 o'clock-ish. We shut. I was gutted. Lucky it was nothing that was essential. It was just stuff I would normally pick up on a Sunday. I managed to get it today. Well, still, it was short. Normally, I thought it'd be at least open Sunday hours. They're normally only shut over Christmas and New Year. You have a good night, Lee. Thanks for joining us, mate. And you popped a picture of the... Oh, awesome. You scratch bills up in the work in progress section as well. I shall have a pop over in a moment. Now, I believe I mentioned last time that I have signed up for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with a different YouTube channel. And I believe they wish to stream it, or at least record it and put it out in some kind of video format. Now, whether that be on Twitch or on YouTube, I'm not sure. As soon as I have those details, I will put it up in the community for people to know and come and check out if they wish. I think Twisted already knows about it. Mainly because he's the one who introduced me to the Discord server and how I found out about the channel itself. But it sounds like it's going to be fun. So if it does, well, we'll say if it does get started, because the first session 0 didn't quite go ahead as planned, so we'll take it from there. And with all good intentions, I may be part of a Dungeons and Dragons campaign on a different channel. So we shall see how that works out. I'm excited for it. I want it to work. I want to run my little OP at the beginning, but evens out towards the end. Little cleric. So anything that'll go over level 11, I'll start getting outshined and drop back into more the cleric role. But up to that point, I can act as a pretty good tank. Or I hope so, at least, as long as you don't throw too many deck saves at me. But usually deck saves involve fire, and by a certain point, I'm quite well resistant to fire. And then I think I eventually become immune to it. So that helps. But just having the off chance to be able to give yourself a 21 AC before you run into a battle is nice. So I look forward to that. But it is all going to be digital, I believe. So I'm not going to get to roll real math dice. Well, math rocks, should I say. I like rolling math rocks. If you couldn't tell by the two games that I like playing. Although I also like card games as well. I've still got to build a Pokemon deck that can beat the fighting deck that I built. Now I thought the Psychic deck was going to kick the snot out of it until I realised that 2 of the Pokemon are actually weak to Grass and not Psychic, and they're the 2 that are essentially the builder Pokemon, and they're the one that help power up your bench after you took a bit of a kicking. Which is not good because then I get to power up my powerful Pokemon on the bench ready to come out, and yeah. So I ended up kicking the snot out of the psychic deck that I've originally built. I thought was going to kick its ass. So I'm going to have to try and build another one now. See, I might go for a grass deck if I've got enough grass Pokemon. I don't think I have. I think I can do a water one. My son's already done a fire one with a couple of different, with Charizards and stuff in, so I don't need to do one of them. It's not a bad little fire deck. It just needs to learn how to use the strategy of with the card a little better. But he's only young. And Sparkle's similar thing. She understands the rules of the game. She just needs to click on how to work the cards together. Not a bad player though, Sparkles, in fairness. It's not like it's a guaranteed win. But yeah, just when I thought I'd get out of card games by dropping Magic the Gathering, my son's like, yeah, Pokemon! Woo! Yay. I get to play. Granted, it does mean that I ended up with 2 Lucario EX cards, which I'm quite happy about because Lucario is my favourite. I'm not happy about the new Switch 2 and the bloody Pokemon games going to be on there rather than standard Switch. Not happy about that. Or should I say the next generation of Pokemon is going to be on there. So far, I've played every generation. And even if I've not completed the Pokedex because of either lack of game compatibility with other people for trading or various other reasons, just not be able to catch the fucking Feebas on a Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, for instance. I mean, I can go back and redo it now that I've got a Feebas and a Melodic, but still, it's a lot of effort just to get a little certificate on a game. But I did do the last one. Completed the Pokedex on that. And it's one of the few games both me and Sparkles like to play, and we can play together, at least to a certain degree. Even if it's not together on the same screen, we're kind of integral to each other's game because of the trading part. But I think she's a lot better than me at catching and finding the ones we need. Five left to do. Shield and claw things. And one thing I am aware of is Rogue's Den. I've just got a new printer since they did these for me. So if you are going to order anything in the future, yeah, they've just had an upgraded printer, so print quality should have gone up even more. which is good because they're in nice print quality anyway. So if you've got good print quality and you improve it even more, then that's just added bonus sizes, isn't it? Silver, 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 the shoulder pad lines. Silver, 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 the shoulder pad lines. I know, I can't sing. For anyone wants to leave a comment saying, you're tone deaf. Yeah, I know. These earphones are halfway here just to drown my own voice out from me. In fact, going back to the earlier conversation, I might message Clumsy and see if she starts putting her cakes in the work in progress or other people's interesting stuff part. Oh, if she don't want to, I'll see if Karma wants to. Yeah, cat hair. It'd be great if it was made in a brush, but it's not. It was loose and flopping, which is not good. You have a good night. Thank you very much for joining, Twisted. I hope it's nice food. Of course, it's got to be nice food. Lars doesn't eat shite. I've noticed. Well, you eat food that's not necessarily good for you, but it's usually nice food. If you're getting cakes and stuff and roasts and I admit, all those additives and stuff that the Americans use probably does add a lot to the flavour and taste of stuff. For good or ill, I don't know, but I bet it's good. Just not good for you. As was said earlier. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I've missed a bit of blue. Put you over there. I've missed a bit of blue. I've missed a bit of blue. I'm going to come back to him. Hydrate, of course, people. Always hydrate. I'm surprised I've not been shut down by Disney yet, in fairness. I'm really surprised I've not been shut down by Disney. You've got one of our shirts on the new swore. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. I bought this before you owned it. But before Mickey Mouse murdered Marvel. So let's just fill in his. Is there anyone else where I forgot to do? Yeah, him. Done his. Done his. Done his. Done his. Done his. Done it. So it's just 2 that I forgot to do the blue chest on. That's not bad. I can deal with that. Or you can deal with that reasonably quickly, or you can. Just a little bit of blue paint here, a little bit of blue paint, just a little bit of blue paint. And fill in the fucking bits that I missed. Right. So I still. Oh, crap. I've not finished with that. I've got to go back and do the other guy. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, you're a dumbass. Oh, well. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. Who knows? We might still be doing this when Twisted finishes his meal. And Mrs. Twisted goes, "What the hell have you been watching?" And he goes, "This guy." And she's just like, "No, don't get it." And then we all go, "No, neither do we." But we turn up anyway. Pardon me. I'm just hoping to get a Thursday stream actually on Thursday this time, instead of forgetting what day it is and putting it on Wednesday. Even though that very morning I'd already done Combat Patrol, so I should have known what day it was. But apparently not. I've forgotten. And did a double stream Wednesday and completely forgot Thursday. Which had turned out to be quite a good thing, actually, because I think that's the night that I managed to get Blake TV and the Eclectic Beard up here with me. And that has not happened in far too long a time. Same as having Captain Babson up here with me. I've not had him up here for a very long time. Or Dan Arias. I don't think I've ever had Twisted up, which is a shame. I would like Twisted to come up. But for Twisted to come up, Twisted's got to feel in the mood for it, so I'm not going to put any pressure on him. I see a few content creators I wouldn't mind popping up just to have a chat with, see how they're going on with certain paintings of certain armies. I know one of them's not going to be very well, but I also doubt they're ever going to come up, so that's easy enough to answer. Silver paint. I'll say silver paint. Lead belcher. Lead belcher. Lead belcher. Lead belcher. I want it slightly thinned out on when it is, but I don't want it too thinned out because I don't want the metallic parts to separate and split. Who was it we was up to? It was up to somebody who we'd not done certain sections of. It was this one who we've not done certain sections of. That's who it was up to. So that's everyone's blue done at least. Now I am. Do I start working on my Eldar next, or do I start working on Chaos, or do I start working on Orcs? Now, or do I start working on Guard? For fuck's sake. Which army do I start working on next? I'm going to put a poll apart. I'm not going to put a poll up in chat. I'll put a poll up as a community tab. And that'll give me more time to finish the bits that I'm doing. And then other people more time to actually vote. Now, if we're going solely off combat patrol, it will be Eldar next. Unless you all want to push me into just a get all fucking Tyranny is finished. I don't want to finish my Tyranny. It's taking too long and I've done loads. I'm excited about new stuff. I've got 2,000 points worth of Tyrannies done. I don't need to do them. I've got 2,000 points worth of Space Marines done. So exciting models can use only for them, really. Which is mostly chaplains at the moment, I've got to say. Terminator chaplain, chaplain on a bike. Are the majority of the ones that I'm looking at going, ooh, for Space Marines after these. But I do have World Eaters that, although they don't come to the end of Combat Patrol, as I said, because I'm making all the Chaos into World Eaters, I could do the first Legionnaire set as just, yeah, just Berserkers. Chainswords and belt pistols. Try and make sure they've all got corn-looking heads, which does mean a lot of bear heads in some cases, with a couple of little tubes added to it to give for the butcher's nails. If I can get them on there, that'll be something else. That'll be hard. Adding butcher's nails to heads that don't have butcher's nails. I wouldn't mind considering depending on how many jackals I get, because I know I'll be getting some just generic human, just cultists. That's the one. If I get enough jackals, I might try and make something like 8 bound from them or something equivalent to that if I can. I'd have to have a look at what bits I get on the sprues, because I wouldn't mind something like 8 bound or exalted 8 bound. You know, one of the more specialized units. Can't see down there. Which makes doing that a real pain in the ass. At least doing this side of his shield is going to be easy. In fact, I'm actually going to have to paint all that side of his shield out. Ah, shit. Because you can see so much of the shield, I'm going to have to paint so much of the shield. But it's not too bad, because that's just, I could just do that as leather. But I am going to have to wash the inside because of the studs. So that means he's getting an Agrax shading in the earth. No, not an Agrax, an oil wash on the inside. As well as on the outside. Yay. Yay. It's always fun. Sorry, I've got an itchy leg. I know there are probably painters on YouTube who ever see this, and some of them probably just had an heart attack with how I've just painted that. Oh, what is he doing? He's destroying the brush. The brush is fucked anyway. I'm just being effective with it. That's my excuse. I'm going to stick to it. Did I get everything? I don't know. Well, I got it properly. I'm not sure. I don't like it when it doesn't look like I've got it properly. 3 to go. Hip hip. All right, maybe not. Tea time, folks. Tea time. Let's go have a quick gander at what leaples up into there. Let's find out. Oh, Lee didn't post anything in the work in progress section. Where's he posted it then? Oh, that's where he's posted it. Okay, he's using cardboard a lot. He's using a lot of card. That does look like a lot of kerfuffle. Not gonna lie, that looks like more kerfuffle than me breaking up them other houses. Like a whole heap of it. But that's all right. That's okay. We can deal with that. And thank you for the 2 viewers who have stayed with me so far. We have 3 more to do with silver, and then we can look at the black and then the red and the bronze. Get in there. We're getting there. All with one brush as well, might I add. All with one brush. Seeing as we are only using one brush, so let's make sure we've got some wells clear so we can use them. There we go. Make sure we have enough paint and now clear this brush up because that was right up to the ferrule and that's not good. We have plenty of paint now. We have plenty of paint. Too much paint, some might say, but still we have plenty of paint. Don't want too much on the brush though. Let's go for this guy here. Mr. I don't want to have my chest painted and I forgot about. Be as steady as we can. Which is not always very steady. But it's okay, we're not entering a competition. We just want fun models to play. And that's what we're gonna do, 'cause it's a game. A game with dice and math and randomness. But it's still just a game that makes of us what we want to be. On the tabletop. Whether it be Ox or Eldar or even a Space Marine. You're all geeks, and so am I. So you know what? That is why we paint little plastic soldiers, call it plastic crack. We sit there on our asses and we paint all that. We settle big tables and we roll our dice. Then we argue about who's gonna be rolled twice. 'Cause you've ran out of CP. No, I didn't. I got one last turn. Don't lie to me. What to do that? You're a nerd. So what do we do when we get to those situations we don't know? And I've just broke his fucking hammer. Guess what that time means, ladies and gentlemen? That means we get to get the tools out. And the super glue. And the snips. And we need to find a paperclip. You son of a bitch. That's not a paperclip. That is a large staple. I don't want a large staple. I want a paperclip because I just broke another fucking hammer because I'm a dick and dropped it. There's one. There's a paperclip. There's another one. There's two paperclips. So it's the way in it. Can't find one. Two come along at once. Right, where's my glue? That's my glue. Okay. Now I need. Oh no! I took the drill bit out. I took the fucking drill bit out, didn't I? Right. I shall be doing the hammers off screen because of that. I'll do the hammers off screen. I'm going to finish the silver bit off because the silver bits are what I've got to do. Can't believe I've just fucking done that. Really can't believe I've just fucking done that. At least I've got my glue now. I'm not too bad. I've got my glue. I don't have to worry about that because I can just do the silver bits for the rest of him and I'll be alright. Let's get his silver bits. There's a shot for someone to clip. Well, I should change my entire mood for this evening. I'm sorry about that. Can't believe I've done that. That was 3 out of 10 hammers that I've managed to snap off there so far. And all because of my clumsiness and I just dropped the damn things. So it's in no way, even if it had dropped against workshop plastic one, it would have bloody snapped off on it. But that's not so. Don't be so clumsy with them. Resin is a little bit more fragile than plastic. And it is durable. Don't get me wrong, this stuff is durable. It's been dropped before. It's just, if you drop the entire model right on a point like I just did, it's gonna break no matter what it's bloody made out of, unless it's metal. In which case, the plastic joint bit's still gonna snap off. So no models immune to it. I just wish I hadn't have just fucking done it, that's all. Lots of silver, lots of pieces. Easier to get to when you drop them and smash the hammer off, especially on the back of the hands. But to be quite honest, I'd rather the painting around the back of the hammer and not be able to get to the hands quite as easily as I did a minute ago, and have the hammer intact. That would be much better. As it is, I'm not. So let's take advantage while it's not in the way. Well, it's not in the way here anyway, but in there, I mean. Believe that's him. And he's chuffing hammerhead, which I'm not happy about. Let's try not to drop this one, eh? Who would have thought after all these years of doing it, I'd got used to how to hold models and not drop them. Apparently not. Some models just like to jump. And not always the ones you think. Take this one, for example. He's in a running jumpy pose. 1 foot off the floor and everything. He's behaving himself. That other fella planted his feet. Didn't look like he was going anywhere. Not dived. Some of them just want to go. Maybe he wanted a pair of lightning claws instead of a thunder hammer and shield. But tough shit, mate. I'm your general, and you say you have thunder hammer and shields. Because they are just cooler. Well, they're not thunder hammers, they're just hammers, but I'm counting them as thunder hammers for when I play them in the game. I said these are all proxies. They are not official Games Workshop models. So none of the actual weapons and stuff are official. They might be big hammers, but that's technically all they are. They might have an engine attached to them, but that does not make them a thunder hammer. It surely makes it a powered hammer. It could be thruster rockets on the back of it. And that's why it's got an engine. To give you more oomph behind it with a rocket-powered hammer. Which I suppose arcs kind of have, but they quite literally have a rocket. Whereas this is more like engine controlled. I don't know, you're all sat there going, what the fuck is he talking about? I don't know. I don't know. This is why I need you all here. I need you to talk to me. Stop me rambling. Although I do like this model. I should have said this set of models. I dread to think what the bigger version's like though. But they're massive. Definitely Centurion size. I'll have to have a look at the weapon loadout. No. I don't have a look at weapon loadout. When in safe, I can't buy more models. That being said, if you use discount code LAZ10 at Rogues Den Hobbies, link is in the description. It's all capitals, LAZ10. You get 10% off at checkout. And well, it helps Graham out, which means it helps me out because, well, I like getting things from Graham. And again, if you want something specifically from that website painted, it can be worked out as well. If you were to contact Rogues Den Hobbies, if you wish for me to paint it, contact me first. But they can forward things straight to me, ready for painting, should you wish that. Obviously, depending what you ask for, depends what the charge is going to be, or if there's a charge. So don't like go ordering 600 of these and go, yeah, he said they'll pay him for free. Nah, not a chance. But if it's a one-off thing and you would like it as a birthday, Christmas, some kind of present, and you're giving me plenty of time to do it, I'd certainly consider it. But only with models that come from companies that are at least willing to work with the channel. So in this case, we are limited to Rogues Den Hobbies, which I think is a good thing because they've got, even though it's just quite a small range at the moment, it is expanding. And that small range still covers sci-fi and fantasy for various things. For instance, the Maryland themed knight that I sent over to Arius Nation at the behest of Ali, that came from there. So it's not like your choices are locked into sci-fi Warhammer-y themed settings. So at the conclusion, where this is going to be guy number 10, all painted silver, hammered, dulled down, a hammer broken that I now have to fix. So I'm not too chuffed about having to fix a hammer. Although I'm getting good at it now that I've had a few times to practice because I've dropped them. I am getting better at pinning, and it's certainly worth doing on certain models at certain parts if you can. I'm definitely going back and looking at what I converted for the large executions for the World Eaters and thinking I should pin that arm on properly. And now this other side. For some reason, the silver feels like it's going quicker than the bloody blue, and there's less of the blue. What's going on there? Oh, I don't know. So I'm not happy with the fact that I've got to do that hammers at a different time now because I've got to fix the fucking thing. So there we go, all nice and shiny, all nice and blue. A little bit of finishing off on the hammers to do. White heads, red eyes, bosh, done. Pardon me. I don't fancy doing the pinning right now. But what I can do is there is a little bit of cleaning up to be done around the backpacks. So I can get out the contrast paint and give those a bit of a going over. Along with some of the legs. The feet and the knees, some of the places that actually need to be done black again. Just catch them with a bit of contrast. That way I'm not losing all the highlighting and things that I've done on it already, but it is putting it back to the black base that it should be. Or more of the black base that it should be rather than the dark grey. There we go. Oh, no. Next corner that. Bits of cleanup. Elbow, elbow. Shingas, knees, back of shield. That's right. Face of shield. Yeah, his chest in there. Back over that a bit. Whew, this does take a while. That'll be my kitty cat. My kitty cat, I think, wants to go out and wants to feed it. Just let me get these battle pass kitty cat and a couple more of these things, and then we're done. Okay, we'll let you out. We'll go do that afterwards. Okay, kitty. Darkening it up is definitely a good idea. That's better. Just to keep the pot lid up, open. That's all. Nothing too dramatic. Black, 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 black. Well, I was going to say, oh no, I've already done it. I was worried then about the skin for the sergeant. Because obviously, salamanders themselves actually have jet black skin. So, would have had to do his skin. But I've already done it, luckily. That's why I chose for the sergeant, I think, to start with. Because it had more to do with the skin tones and actually having a face rather than a helmet. I always prefer helmets. Helmets are so much easier to do. Contrast paint is such a time saver. It's not a one-shot cure, but it certainly helps. Some base colours, some contrast, and some washes. You're sorted. Just got to figure out how to dry brush from there. Tabletop ready models in no time. Ah, bloody claw stuck in my thumb. Well, I say a claw, it's one of the spikes on his shield, but yeah, it's still stuck in my thumb. You didn't have to do that, you know. Yeah, this black's definitely going quicker than the rest of it. Maybe because it is the contrast paint, you just kind of slap it on. Make sure you remove it as much as possible. If you overspill, see, doing this does send you loopy after a while. You wanted proof, here you go. Just watch me for a few weeks. I'll go back and watch some of the other ones. God knows what goes on. I've already forgotten half the things. Can't seriously, my kid. I've already forgotten all the bloody things that happened last week. All the week before. All the week before that, for that matter. Who am I? Who are you? I don't know. Just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Year after year. Get around the same old time ground. Found year after year. I've become comfortably numb. It's a good song, that. Shame I've just butchered it. But I like that song. Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Not that you could tell off my singing. So yeah, to finish the hammers, I'm going to have to repair that guy and sort that bit out. But just to clarify, it is going to be a dry brush of red, then a dry brush of a mixed red-orange. Just to make sure it comes out more like that one. And then the little bits that do need metallic will get the bronze Pro Acryl. Because, god damn, that goes on nicely. But that is all trimmed on. They're all looking nice and shiny and bright and blue and ready for going and smashing things' heads in. Alongside Lazarus, which is awesome. Oh, I've just figured out who I need. I needed him. I needed him for a simple reason that I need to paint something lilac. So, let's have a quick look. While I was here with a brush, let's shake the paint first. So this is going to be a quick test of 10 minutes for the last 10 minutes, rather than having to try and drill out a hammer when at like gone midnight. I'm just going to try something instead. So a little bit of purple. Well, lilac. Then we get a nice dry brush. We still have to wet a dry brush. I know it sounds daft, but you have to wet a dry brush. When we run it over till there's hardly anything off it. Still too wet. That's better. I want this dye. I want to see how well this guy looks in a nice lilac-y colour. And I am going to dry brush him all lilac, and then I'm looking at washing the golds afterwards to bring them back up and polish them. Oliver, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I hope you've enjoyed the holiday seasons, if you're enjoying holiday seasons. If you're lucky enough just to get time off for it, then I hope you enjoyed that as well. How are you? And in case you're wondering what kind of Chaos Space Marine Legion this is from, this is not from a Chaos Space Marine Legion of any known chapter. This is me just wanting to see what I can do with lilac paint and a dry brush, as I've just been painting all these, and I've managed to make one of the hammers, so I'm not happy about that. So I'm having a little bit of a sulk hand. Not quite looking to get it ready for a competition as such, but yeah, I'm looking to make it look different to show somebody, to show other people in a fun competition. There's no prizes or anything, it's just a didn't you do well? And I don't mind a didn't you do well competition, they're fun. They're kind of the best ones. Less pressure. So now we get the crimson wash, and we go over the entire bloody thing. With this crimson wash. Well, everywhere that we've just done lilac and purple and all of those things. I'll have to come back and see how he looks once he's dried. Because, to be quite honest, I am not liking the look of this at all. I might change my mind once it's dried, though. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to go back over some of that gold. But it's looking very purpley and gloopy at the moment. Which is, for a half and half Nurgle Slanesh, that'll do. It's going to be an interesting experiment as I work my way through it. So now, I'm hitting the 3-hour mark now, and my eyes are getting all funny. She's not good. So, in the interim between this week and next week, I will be making said repair for the hammer. Once I've done that, I'll be bringing all the hammers up to So just covering this section, bringing the hammers up to the same red, and putting the... Where's it gone? I only have so many of them. Oh yeah, the Pro bronze to finish off the metallic parts of the hammer. Other than that, they are all going to have been... Oh, white helmets, red eyes, which will not take long, so it can somewhat match up with these. So that'll give me Assault Terminators, Thunderhammer and Shields, and normal Terminators, which would be nice. I'll also set that poll up as well, which ones do you want me to do next? Whether it be the Eldar, Orcs, start my World Eaters, start out my Imperial Guard army. Well, I'll put a poll up, or I can carry on with Space Marines either way. I mean, I still have Chaplain on bike, Terminator Chaplains, and plenty of other models to be getting on with. So I shall pop that poll up. Thank you very much for everyone who came to join us, including you, Pharaoh Oliver. Thank you very much for coming to join at the end. I am so sorry that is, in this case, the end. But if you hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I go live next time, half an hour beforehand. That way you can come and join us in the beginning and we get to have a chat. That'll be nice. Well, thank you everybody for coming to join us this evening. Ali, Twisted, Dan, Pharaoh, Lee. I'm sure I've missed somebody, but I am sorry. You know who you are. Thank you all the time. Drive safe, and I'll see you next time.